Steven, has the clock started?
Clock has started.
You sure?
It's ticking.
Well, we're going to talk about that soon, I guess. We are. Because, well, the thing is, we've got something set up differently, but we know that.
We do.
We're going to talk about that in a minute. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Are you good? You gonna put your water down? You're going to keep drinking it? Even though when we're trying to start the play? Jared Polin, FronosPhoto.com, and welcome. I did it again, Steven.
What'd you do?
I looked at the blinking light of the GoPro.
What, to make sure it's on?
Well, it caught my eye. But anyway, I'll intro again. Jared Polin, FronosPhoto.com, and welcome to episode number 63 of RAWtalk. This week, we have some changes brewing. A little bit changes. We have multiple cameras going on. So before we even get into anything else, why don't we go over the setup for now? As normal, I've got my D4 over there with the 24-70 2.8 Nikkor. We have the GoPro shooting here as usual, but on top of the GoPro, on its own Vanguard tripod this week, we have the D800, which we shifted from your normal position. We have your 5D Mark III with a 51.2, which was your holiday gift.
Yes, it was.
And birthday, and bonus. And because of that, we switched the D800 up here because we have the Atomos Ninja 2 recording uncompressed video. Well, it is. We're compressing it to 1080,
it's
right?
It's still compressed, yeah.
But it's giving us, we won't have to reset that camera at all. We still need to reset the other ones, but we're testing this out. There's an SSD in there. It says we can do 14 hours of continuous recording. We have from Nikon, which I bought, the AC adapter. So that will allow us to continuously go with that.
And the Atomos also has an adapter on it.
Atomos has an adapter. We've got the Zoom H6 over there. We need to do a behind-the-scenes video one day.
Well, especially now, because this took us a while to set up.
We also switched lighting.
Switch lighting.
We brought out the... I'm still waiting for these panels. This company called Limelight, they're sending us some panels to test
LED
out.
panels, right?
They're LEDs. There's like 500 LEDs per panel. I don't know what it is. They're sending us 2 of those. We'll try them. Maybe it'll be something different. But these are the Kino flows that I picked up used when a guy was closing down the studio. I love the color. I love the light that comes out. This is pure daylight. I also have
I will say, when we were setting the cameras, it actually is like 5,500 Kelvin when it comes.
Matched perfectly,
the white perfectly. Where your other ones are always like 5,000 around that area.
The other ones I can see from here are a little green, and this is just straight up bluish.
Well, that's the other thing. We always have to switch the picture style a little bit to a little more of a magenta shift.
Anyway, so on the D800, we have the 14-24 Nikon 2.8 because the fisheye would have bowed a little bit. I put it up at a higher angle because I think that gives us more of an overview of what we're doing, because that's like a third angle. We don't really talk to it, but it's there to watch us like we're a fly on the wall. It's kind of the you're sitting at home, this is your angle type of thing. We'll see how it works. The whole reason for shifting away from the GoPro, if this turns out to be the way we want to do it, is so we can have more control of the main angle.
Oh, yeah.
More control of the color and the depth. We had a focus. We focused on my hand right here. I know we're off to the edges, so we may have bowed a little bit.
Yeah.
This is a test. This is just a test. We are testing out the Atomos Ninja and everything to see if that is the way we want to go, or we stick with the GoPro.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to mention, I told you this. We should have been using this tripod the whole time. There's a Vanguard tripod that I'm using, and they have a self-leveling head on it, where you flick a switch, and then you shimmy around the ball head, and it locks into place perfectly level. That was so easy to set up the GoPro for once.
That since
I never
day one.
thought about it. I never thought about it. So that's our setup today. We got the Rode microphones as always here. We've got what did I forget? Anything?
No, I think we're good. I want to say with the Atomos, the only thing I'm worried about is the what I've heard is that the blacks are blacker and the whites are whiter because you're not.
So they're segregated?
But basically, I'm just a little worried about the D800 LCD screen not exactly matching what I see on the monitor on the Atomos. So we'll see when we bring it in post, and who knows? It could be a little more contrasty than normal. But
we'll see. I mean, this is all about testing it out, and there's no better way to do it than on
Practice
the show.
Makes perfect.
Now, and we're also doubling up because we did set up the GoPro not in the same exact angle, but just in case the Atomos doesn't work properly or we don't like what it is,
got a backup.
We have the second angle, and that's it, man.
Yeah.
Sitting on the table this week, we've got the Menurkey. This is a menorah on one side. That's right. There's the menorah for your 8 candles plus 1 for the shamus. That's number 9. Actually, the shamus is probably the one in the middle for this. I don't know if it's very traditional. What? I'm just talking here, all right? Steven, you ever been to a Hanukkah ceremony?
No, I have not.
No?
Nope.
Oh, is this one signed? Oh, that's cool. Asher.
Oh, the person who made it?
Yeah, so I have the ceramic version. I only paid funded for the regular version, but I think what happened is they saw that I promoted or talked about it, so they must have switched me to the $118 version instead of
What's the regular version?
$36. It was plaster, but this is ceramic, so this was like $100. I'm really happy they sent it because this is nice. So it's a turkey on one side for here because this is the first time I think in 350 years that Thanksgiving and Hanukkah have fallen on the same date.
That's crazy.
And it's like the first time or the last time for the next 300 and some years. So it says 2013 and 5774 by the Jewish calendar. Yes, year 5774.
Interesting.
That's a lot of years.
That's like double what we're at.
Well, it's pre-Jesus.
Yeah.
Because the Jews were here.
Actually, triple.
The Jews were here before that.
Yep.
You know. Woo! Jews. Jews!
Juice for the win.
Jews! All right. Anyway, so Hanukkah. You know any Hanukkah songs?
Dreidel or whatever.
I had a little dreidel. I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready... oh, dreidel, I shall play. Yeah, oh, dreidel, 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 I made you out of clay. And when you're dry and ready, oh, dreidel, I shall play. I hope my neighbors aren't around.
That's really loud.
I know because I'm happy for dreidel time. You don't know any other? There's like a oh.
Nope,
Hanukkah.
I know no song, so that means you can't sing.
What about 8?
Nope, don't know it.
Crazy Nights. Adam Sandler.
I know.
It's time for the Hanukkah song.
Yes, I know.
So put on your yarmulke. It's
singing.
time for Hanukkah. So smoke your, drink your gin and Hanukkah and smoke your marijuana on this very, very, very special Hanukkah. Oh, and then Matisyahu has a new song. He had one last year, like dreidel song.
Isn't that like the like club Isn't it like a pop song? But
yeah, but it's really good. It's a great.
Is that the one where he's like roller skating
on the ice?
Yeah.
No, he's ice skating.
Ice skating
because he played.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
I like that video.
I digress. Happy Hanukkah to all of you Jews celebrating Hanukkah and non-Jews. Menurkey, it's here. It's not going anywhere. Hey, for now. But no, the holidays are here for all of us. And the reason we're recording on a Tuesday. We normally do it on a Thursday, but Thursday is
both Thanksgiving and
it's Thanksgiving.
Hanukkah.
So it's football time. And what are you eating for Thanksgiving?
Turkey.
I'm having chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like turkey.
What?
My brother's making the chicken because chicken's just so much better than turkey.
You're out of your mind.
Dude, turkey has nothing on chicken.
It's way better.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Then why do people just eat chicken all year round and turkey once a year?
Because you want to save up for that moment. It's like you're having something that you can't really have.
You could have turkey anytime you want.
Yeah, but it's also not the best thing for you.
Why? Because of all the hormones that they try to pump into the turkeys? You ever see that? You get these big-ass turkeys that weigh 30 to 40 pounds that can't even walk, like the president's turkey. You know that what they do is they pardon a turkey every year? The only problem is when they go to look for the pardoned turkey, they died. Why did they die? Because they were so freaking fat. They were overweight because they just stuffed them full of chemicals and stuff. Now, I guess if you have one of those regular Menurkeys, you can totally have natural, all natural. Anyway, I'm going to my brother's house. What are you doing?
Grandparents.
But you have like 40,000 people?
Well, this is also going to be out after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, whatever. This is for us, Stephen.
Yeah, we have 50-some-odd grandkids on that side, so I have a lot of cousins on that side.
Did you ever kiss a cousin by accident?
No. Why would you even ask that?
I don't know. I'm just wondering.
Did you?
Stephen. No, I only have one girl cousin.
Yeah? Did you
and
kiss
one
her?
boy cousin. Nah, she's older than me.
Okay.
Nah. Never crossed my mind.
No, I have not. Never crossed my mind either.
Steven. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I'm just kidding. All right, so you're going to your big your grandparents.
Yeah.
And I'm going to my brother's.
Very nice.
All right, where are we up to here? So we talked about that. Oh, I'll talk about the holiday contest that is still going on. People have been sending in pictures of their fro pics. Some people have gotten golden fro. What, did you mess it up? What happened, Steven? What happened, Steven? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Nothing. I just got a text message from somebody who was supposed to go to the show with me tonight, and they're not going now.
Do I get to go?
You do.
Yeah! Tell them where we're going, Steven.
We're going to 21 Pilots tonight at the TLA in Philadelphia. Hold on, let me double check.
No, Steve, you better not have ruined my night. Say, oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
just tell him, okay, it's all right. I have somebody who can go. That's a beautiful case. What did you get for your phone?
Oh, this is blinged out, son. I don't know. I got this case on eBay for like $3.
Oh, how much time do we have just so we don't mess up?
We are at 10:58.
So I get to go to 21 Pilots tonight?
You do.
You picking me up or should I cab over?
I'm not picking you up.
No?
No, it's totally out of my way.
Is it out of the way?
Yeah.
I'll just take a cab.
Okay.
I'm not driving because we may go hang out after.
Yeah.
And I'll just take a cab home. I'd rather do that. It's $20 to park down there anyway now.
I know.
So it's like, there's a lot that you can park.
I have to drive, though, because I'm coming from Jersey.
There's a lot, or you could park here and then I could cab over.
That's true.
We can discuss that after.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
What I love, this is what we do, people. This is what we talk about.
That was totally that was not planned at all.
Well, of course it wasn't planned.
Totally last minute.
The holiday sales going on. A couple of people have found golden fro pics like Willy Wonka, and they've been posting them on Facebook, and so I've been putting them out there. They are out there. There are plenty more still to go during the Frono. I sound like Wendy right there. I did it, Steven. I said, I'll stop. The contest is going on. What? Don't shake your head at me.
Just keep going.
No, Steven, you're gonna cut me, aren't you?
Nope.
Don't cut me, Mick. Cut me, Mick. Cut me, Mick. Got windless. I'm greedy and lazy. Anyway, the holiday. Sorry, people. I'm sorry. I digress. The holiday contest is going on at store.fronosphoto.com. Under the holiday segment, you can pick. There's a bunch of cool things. There's a 5-shirt special, 3-shirt special. There's a 1-shirt special. There's the DVDs and all that good stuff. Anyway, it's going on. You get a chance to find a golden fro pick, and there's a ton of prizes from Rode, Think Tank, Black Rapid, and Squarespace, and a bunch of other companies that, borrow lenses. Why are you looking at me like this?
I'm listening.
Oh, you better be listening. Anyway, those gold picks are out there. You can also enter at fronosphoto.com/contest. It's free to enter for that. There's secondary prizes, and then the golden fro picks come in order, so you have a really good chance. If you pick up something, is this coming out before Black Friday or after, or Cyber Monday?
After.
It's all after.
This will be on Cyber Monday.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a Cyber Monday deal going on. If anybody is still listening and it's still going, what I think it has been, I think that's what I'm going to do. A random shirt for $10. So that should still be going on. And then I know the strap is still $75, but I'm going to include 2 free lens cloths, which is $10 value. And for anybody that already purchased it before this, I told Heidi. That's why Heidi called me. She was asking because I sent her a message. I said, I'm going to do this for Black Friday, but people that already ordered the strap that are still sitting in stock that we didn't ship yet, give them their 2 lens cloths now. Because
nice.
I want it, so it's like a week ahead.
Yeah.
So if people purchased a week ahead, they didn't, because I don't like buying something myself and then having it go on sale. I mean, but that is the nature of what happens on Black Friday.
Yeah.
That is, but I still want to be fair. I want to do the right thing. And so anybody that purchased it, I believe like the 25th or so, or the 25th or 26th, they will get the camera, they will get those lens cloths with their strap.
Very nice.
So hey, that's what I got. Are we resetting cameras yet?
We can.
Yeah, why don't we
14 minutes
reset the
in.
cameras? I'll start to talk about the next thing before we get to your photo news. We've got the Jaleel King funding. Ding, 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 ding. So anybody that doesn't know what is blinking, Steven? Is it blinking?
Actually, I can't get over there.
You want me to do it?
Yeah.
Well, you can go around the other way.
All right.
That's good?
Yep.
So for those of you who may not have known, I'll just start at the beginning. Jaleel King, many of you know, has been on RAWtalk. He was on Bumping Wheelchairs. He is a great guy. He's a great photographer. He's been dealt a couple of bad hands in his life, which happens, right? He was shot when he was 8.
Shame.
Terrible.
Yeah.
But his outlook on life is tremendous. He's just a happy guy.
Yeah.
And he deals with hardships and he deals with issues that come with being in a wheelchair, but he drives a car. Right, he's mobile. He has his wheelchair that he's had for 6 or 7 years. There's some issues with it that are not as safe as they should be. And he was telling me privately, this was almost probably 8 or 9 months ago, that he's been trying to get a new wheelchair for almost 2 years at that point. And he was running into issues with the insurance company. They wouldn't pay for the repairs because they didn't buy it from the place that they recommended. Then the government couldn't do anything because he didn't have the right insurance thing. And it was just like, enough. So for almost 9 months, I was trying to find a way that we could fund him that would be just for him. Not seen as like I'm doing this to benefit in one way or another. And what happened is I found GoFundMe because one of our listeners, Jackie, she had a GoFundMe because she's trying to get a service dog.
Nice.
She had to raise $3,000 to get a service dog for diabetes. Basically, the dog wakes her up if her blood sugar goes too high or too low throughout the night.
How does the dog know?
Because they train it.
To know if, like...
The dogs can detect cancer, certain ones. It's crazy. So the dog can detect... Probably has something to do with something in the air. Probably has to do with their noses. They can sense it. The blood sugar level. So anyway, it would wake her in the middle of the night and tell her, hey, it would be like, hello, you need to take more insulin, you know, or whatever. But it's not McGruff the crime dog. So I saw that she did that. So I looked into it and I was like, oh man, GoFundMe is the right way to go. This seems like the best way because it's in Jaleel's name. The money goes directly to him. And all we did was make the video and put it out into the world. Because we'll talk about all the positives. There were a lot of positives that came out of it. And I think having built a following like I've built, we have the ability to reach people. So if I have the ability to do something good, there's no reason why I shouldn't use that to do something good for somebody else. Because if I didn't have a following, I couldn't do this fund a photographer thing with Jaleel. I just couldn't. So now that I have it, I can do something good. Why not? So I told Jaleel, I told him, I'm like, we're raising money. We're going to buy your chair. We're going to get you a chair. And he didn't ask me for it. He didn't ask to do this. He was just tired of the other thing and just gave up, basically. So he came in, you helped us film that 2 angles, and we made that video where he told his quick story. We were looking to raise $5,000, between 5 and 7. We set the goal at 5,000, and within 7 hours, we hit $5,000.
That's crazy.
We set it for 60 days, too.
Yeah.
But it was funded fully in 7 hours, and as of recording now, I believe it was at $8,500.
Yeah, it was.
And we're going to end it early. We're going to end it early because it's already funded, and that's enough.
Yeah.
It really is enough, because not only will we probably be able to get him a brand new chair, it's possible that if there's enough money left over, he can get a second chair for another person that needs it.
That's awesome.
So 2 people may get helped out of this. I've made a call to the company that he uses his chair for. We've had other companies say they would do it for cost. They wouldn't make any money off of it. So I'm going directly to the main company and saying, hey, this is what we've got here. Let's take care of Jaleel and let's get a second chair and help somebody else.
That's great.
So a huge thank you to everybody out there who supported Jaleel and just helped funded a photographer here. It's great. The fact that the community was able to do that in 7 hours. I know that Zach and Meg Arias put in some money.
Nice.
I know that Peter Hurley did. David Hobby, Joey L. And there was a lot of other people that did from the Fro Nation and everywhere else. We got it on F-Stoppers. It was already funded by the time it got on F-Stoppers.
I saw that, yeah.
We didn't want to be greedy. We had no reason to be greedy. We set it at 5, the hopes of getting 7, and that's what happened, man. It worked. It's great. And it just feels really good to be able to help Jaleel out because people need help. I don't care what anybody says. Some people, anybody they need help when they can.
Yeah, and he's had it rough too, so...
Yeah.
Definitely needs it.
So it's a good cause. Thank you, everybody out there. And maybe we'll bring some more funding of photographers in the future. We'll see. It's got to be the right fit.
It does. And his story makes sense. And it's really
he's a great guy.
He is. And the fact that he's so mobile and he's in a wheelchair, like driving and needing no help whatsoever, really.
Oh, it's
crazy.
You've watched him get in his car, right?
I watched him get in his car.
We did that.
Get out of his car.
Like 14 seconds.
Everything.
This is how Jaleel gets into his car. So he's got a minivan. He's got like a soccer mom van.
Yeah.
And it has the hand brakes and hand pedals. That's how he uses it. So what he does is he rolls up into the passenger side area. He hops up, opens the door. So he opens the door, hops up into the passenger seat, opens the sliding door on the right-hand side, reaches back behind him, lifts up the wheelchair, rolls it into the back of the van, closes the door, and then lifts himself over to the main seat.
That's crazy.
And he does it all in almost no time.
It's such a process every time just to drive, and he's always out doing something.
And he doesn't park in handicap spots.
Yeah.
He never does. I'm like, Jaleel, do you park in the handicap spot?
He obviously can, yeah.
He's like, what handicap spot? I'm like, I don't know.
Does he even have a handicap like sticker?
I don't even know if he has a handicap sticker. He should
probably apply.
He probably should have one.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But anyway, Jaleel's awesome. That's what we did. We funded Jaleel, and then we'll follow up with what happens.
Yeah.
With the new wheelchair. We'll get him. We'll probably have him like running down the street, rolling down the street. You know how he is.
Okay, I just saw like 10 cop cars pass. They're still coming.
Hold on.
Look at all these lights. Look at all these. They're not stopping.
Is it the president?
This is literally like 20 cop cars I just saw. And it's funny, on the way here too, I saw the same brigade. I don't know if there's a police funeral or something.
No, if it was a police funeral, they would have shot the whole road down.
That's what I thought.
Remember when that guy on the motorcycle died?
Yeah.
I was coming back on 95 when his funeral was going down, so they shut down 95 the other way, and everybody stopped on our side of the road to watch.
They're still coming.
More?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Are you scared?
No. Are they going to find me?
No, not find you, but I worry more about like impending doom or something.
No,
I've watched some Tom Clancy movies.
Like I said, on the way here, this is also at 11 in the morning when I was coming here. So like 4 hours ago, I saw the same cars coming down 295 South. So I don't know what the deal is. Anyway, for those listening to the podcast, there's a ton of cop cars coming down 95.
So Steven gets to look out my windows at I-95.
I'm enjoying the view.
Which is one of the most heavily traveled corridors in the country. I-95 corridor right here.
I think they stopped.
All right, they stopped?
Yeah.
All right, I hope nothing blows up.
Yeah.
Or we get it on tape.
Yeah. I don't think
What's
we
that
even have
vibration,
this angle on
Steven?
tape. It's probably all the construction behind us.
Okay, yes. Okay, so anyway, back to the show. Where are we? Is it time for news?
I think it is.
Steven? How are we doing on time so I know when to...
We're good. We still got like 10 minutes.
Okay, go.
First up, we have New Zealand photographer Chris McLennan. He put together a Nikon D800E with a Aquatech sound blimp and attached it to a remote control little buggy car to get up close and personal with lions. Really cool video. It's like a behind-the-scenes thing, and he had an 18 to 35 millimeter lens on it at 18 millimeters. He used the sound blimp, obviously, for protection from the lions, which apparently it's going to be lions. It's protected from lions because these lions were trying to tear that thing apart, and it was not coming apart. So the lions ended up pretty much taking the buggy and thinking it was food, and the camera still ended up lasting. I guess he went back later on, got the camera, checked out all the photos, and they came out great. The photos are basically, he was remotely triggering them, obviously, and they're all of like the lion's mouth, of really cool up close and personal pictures that you would never ever get.
Right, the one with 4 in there, where the 4 lions are coming towards a back up and shoot. Like, that's the shot.
Yeah,
and that stuff was awesome.
So sharp.
Well,
like
yeah,
that.
I mean, I hope he was shooting raw.
Yeah,
that
I'm
stuff
sure he
was great. It was just really cool to see it go up towards like one of them, and they look, and you're just getting shots that you don't see. That's what's cool about technology today. You have the ability to do this stuff. If you can think it, you can do it. You get those quadricopters and all those different things like that. I've seen it. You see them at award shows now. They're flying like GoPros and wirelessly sending the signal back to an iPhone, and then that's connected into the system, and it's going out on TV.
It's crazy.
It's insane what they're doing now.
It really is.
But it keeps evolving. This is a cool video. I definitely check it out.
It's a really cool video, yeah. And you get some really great photos out of it. Another cool Kickstarter popped up last week. It's called Foldio. You actually showed me this. And it's the world's first foldable portable studio for smartphones. Yeah. So if you're like an eBay seller or something like that, that'd be pretty cool. But anyway, going into details, it comes in a compact foldable studio that you can pretty much bring anywhere. It features an LED strip for the lighting. Even has exchangeable background color sheets. So if you want to change the background from white to green or whatever it may be, you can do that. It also has a magnetic setup, so all these sides snap into place really easily. It looks like a pretty cool and simple idea, and they're asking basically for a $35 pledge to get the general Foldio set. It's $27 for the early birds. Yeah, it's real cheap, but it also looks like it's real cheap.
Yeah. First thing I thought was maybe it was like a Chinese container, the way it was being put together.
Oh, yeah.
But it was cool the way it's set up. I'm not saying this is the coolest thing in the world, or like as cool as the
Pixel stick,
which I got my Remy in the mail yesterday. I haven't tried it yet. For anybody, the Pixel Stick guys made this lucid dreaming mask so that you can, I mean, they interviewed people and everybody said they wanted to fly. I don't want to fly. It starts with an F, but that's what I would do with it. If I could control my dreaming, I would control it that way. So this thing was interesting. it was really cool to have this portable way to shoot like a watch or jewelry or stuff for eBay on a backdrop with the phone. Now, there's things that they can do better with the phone. It would have been cooler if they made an app that had a green screen app, and it was like just the green screen part, and they would shoot it, and then they could cancel out the background.
That's true. That would be cool.
Because the problem is some of the sample pictures they took, they just look so flat and boring because the camera's being exposed for the white.
Making it gray, yeah.
Right. So it's not the best. But if you have Snapseed and you go ahead and you edit, it's good. I sent it to a friend of mine. She's like, how do I get the other week, she sent me a picture of something. She buys a lot of jewelry and things from estate sales and then resells them. She's like, well, how do I do this? I'm like, you hire somebody. So I sent her this thing. She's like, oh, I funded it because she can now try it with her iPhone.
Yep.
Look, all it needs to be is good enough. Seriously, for that stuff, good enough is okay.
Yeah.
I mean, not for me, but for most people, good enough is fine.
Yeah, exactly. And they're asking for 10 grand, and it's obviously going to be something that they're going to make because they already hit $50,000, and they have another month to go. It's only been about a week in, I think, and. Yeah, so we'll see how far they get up to. This thing could be eventually maybe $200,000, $300,000 funded.
And that's great because I think
crazy.
they could, it's not as expensive as putting together a pixel stick.
It's definitely not. I mean, this thing's literally like a piece of paper with an LED strip.
Oh, the LED strip, that was the coolest part of it.
It did look cool, yeah.
That was cool. When they turned that on, it's like, because the LED, yeah, anyway.
That makes it, yeah. And it looks very, I guess.
Fine.
Yeah, it looks good. Anyway, moving on, we have photographer Jens.
Jans.
Is it Jans?
If you're saying Jens,
Jens,
it's probably Jans.
Okay. Well, I'm going to say Jans then, I guess. Photographer Jans Lennart's son.
I think it's Jens.
Well, Jens or Jans, he is the king of self-promotion with this new stunt that he just did. You probably saw this. He created 400 GI Jens or Jans action figures of himself to send out as promotional materials. He took several various angle photos of himself and made a clay figurine, which he then used as a prototype and a general mold for these little action figures that he made. Then he went on to even create his own custom box that looks really legit, like an actual action figure, like Iron Man. And the figurine is even holding a camera too, which is pretty cool. So here's what he had to say about it in quotes. Well, first of all, why the hell not? Many photographers spend a lot of cash to design the perfect portfolio, print it, and send it to the people they want to work for, just to have it disappear among hundreds of similar mailings. If you've ever been in touch with an art director, art buyer, or owner of an ad agency, you'll know that they have a zillion things to do and as many people and just as many people to meet. You make an epic impression, you'll be forgotten. I needed more than a paper to stand out. So that's what he did, end quote.
So almost 3 years ago, I wanted to do a talking bobblehead.
Oh, yeah?
Had the
you had the hair for it. That
had the
perfect.
costs and had everything. It was a talking bobblehead. You would press the button and it would say something else that I would say.
Photos.
What happened was I think I needed to spend like 10 grand to get 1,000 of them or something like that. And I couldn't afford it at the time because I would have used it for promotion. I would have used it to sell. I'm looking into the process again. But the funny thing happened. My guy told me because it's China. It's all coming from China. He said a lot of the factories have shut down. A lot of them have shut down because I guess we're starting to make a lot more stuff here or pricing has gotten better, which is great. I'm still looking into having the bobbleheads done because that would be a great promotion for me to send around to people. My mustache got stuck in here again. So, but yeah, the talking bobblehead, I'm still looking to do it. Could be cool one day.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. And your head is perfect for it.
Oh, my head is perfect for it.
Because you're giant fro.
Yes.
So, yeah, I don't know how much this guy actually spent on it, but it had to be a pretty penny. I'm thinking at least $5 grand, maybe. I don't know. But next up, we have a Bangkok-based photographer. I'm not even going to try and pronounce this name.
Spell
it. It's a long spelling.
Reset the camera.
All right, so it's Visarute, Visarute, I think. That is the first name. Now, the second name, the last name is Angkatvanich.
That's Angavanuch.
Yes,
it's
exactly.
Baba Ganoush.
So anyway, they released a set of amazing images of his pet fish, or he did. The fish are Siamese fighting fish, which pretty much look like little mini dragons. It's just a cool little photo set. Yeah, really cool colors. I like the way he shot them, too. They look pretty amazing, something to definitely check out. He used a D800 with a 105mm f2.8 macro lens. Macro, obviously, for something like this, with a couple of off-camera strobes that he placed over the tank. And basically, the fish look like they're floating in midair on a black background. And He also had, I believe, a couple goldfish and guppies and a few other things. You want me to move on?
Yeah, because I forgot to get the Wheel of Fro name.
All right, so moving on, we have, this is really neat, filmmaker Thomas Julian. He created a short film time-lapse video made up of 852 Instagram photos of from all different users. So basically, this little short film time-lapse that he just pulled all these pictures that look very similar in the same area to make this time-lapse video on Instagram, and it's definitely a really cool thing. The gallery also... Oh, I definitely messed that part up. But this had to take him forever. He literally has frame after frame. They look like they were all taken together. It looks like something that you really couldn't put together. But again, It's Instagram. There's 150 million people on there.
Well, sorry. No, I'm sorry that I got up in between the show.
Let me just finish this one, and then we'll get back on topic.
No, I want to talk about this.
Okay, let me finish the story. An update on... Actually, that's it. That's the end of that story.
I watched this. It's fascinating.
It looks really cool.
It's just so... It's like 2 minutes or so.
It's really quick, 2 minutes, I think.
And it's just really cool to see... You know what he did. I mean, he went from Paris to New York to Australia.
Around the world.
To people's feet. All he did was look this stuff up with hashtags. And just found what worked and pieced it together. That's so awesome. That's such great promotion, too, because people are like, oh, what's this guy do? Oh, that's awesome. When you make something like that, it's like squinching. We'll talk about it. A couple weeks ago, or now, by the time you're listening to this, Peter Hurley goes and puts up a squinch video on the art of the squinch, or, squinching. It's like good for models.
The squinch.
The squinch. And I mean, Peter is a pretty guy. Peter, the first time I saw him, I walked up to him, I said, you are a pretty guy, I want to kiss you. I just freaked him out. But still, he's a good looking, he was a model, he was an actor, he's a photographer, he's everything. He's Peter. He's like super Peter. So he puts out a video of the squinch, and I'm jealous of it. Jealous of what happened. It starts off at 8,000 views. He's like, let's get this sucker to 10,000. Then what happens is it gets put on Huffington Post. Then it gets put on these other massive shows.
Blows up.
And then F-Stoppers promotes it. And then Petapixel picks it up. And then Good Morning America sends a crew out to his office, his studio to film him talking about it. They show it on air is what they do. They talk about it. And then Fox in the Morning or whoever, everybody started picking. This legitimately went viral. It's like 500,000 views in 5 days or so. And it's just insane what happened. He created a video and it just went out there and it became this thing. And it was on the front page of Yahoo and everybody was talking about it. It may have died down slightly now, which is what happens. Yeah. But if the right people saw that, they're going to call Peter Hurley. They're going to we want you to do our pictures. We want you to come in and do our corporate work.
Teach us how to do the squinch.
It's just an amazing thing that happened there.
Yeah, that's cool. I still haven't watched it myself, actually.
It's a long video. It's amazing that...
Is it? How long is it?
It's like 16 minutes.
Oh, wow.
So if you watch the whole thing, good for you, but a lot of people just stick to the beginning.
Well, I'm sure people who are watching this are used to watching very long videos.
Oh, if they're watching this, yes, they watch a long video.
You want to move on?
.org.
I want to try not to say that next time. So another interesting perspective set of photos popped up online. Photographers Kurt and Edwidge, Edwige. Anyway, Edwidge Moses, they made a photo series called Un Petite Monday, which translates to a small world, and that's exactly what they shot. The duo used many...
It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small world. Did you hear? I hope that this wasn't Jaleel. I listened to Smodcast, Kevin Smith and Ralph Garman, and they talk about there was a small world it broke one day, so everybody walked off. But the problem was there was a guy on a wheelchair who couldn't get out. So they had to wait for the 45 minutes. He sat there in his wheelchair as that song kept singing.
Oh, I would freaking kill myself.
They keep doing this thing where they're like, it's a small world after... No! Turn it off! And it's just... That would be really horrible.
That would be.
I probably would have carried the guy out.
Anyway.
Sorry for interrupting.
For interrupting me again. The duo...
Sorry for party rocking.
Yes. Let me finish this story. The duo used miniature figurines, then traveled across the country in their RV, setting the figurines up in pretty much various backgrounds, whether it's like Arizona or Florida or something else. They look really realistic though, and then some also don't. Some look terrible. Some look like little mini figurines. Basically, they shot it with macro lens, and I wish they would have got closer to the actual angle of the mini figurines because it kind of just looks like mini figurines. But if they got on their level, I think it would have looked a lot cooler. But some of them look really cool interesting. For instance, it features parody of the moon landing. I think in Arizona they had like this rock rubble, and they were putting little moon figurines and then little space guys on there, and that looked pretty cool. They also had like a silhouette of a surfer at the beach. That looked really interesting and looked real, but then some of them looked very not real.
Got it.
Anyway, we also have a Chicago Sun-Times update.
Moving on.
.org. Chicago Sun-Times update. They settled with the union to hire for some of the photographers back. 4 photographers out of the 28 back to Sun-Times Media.
Did it say that they were going to hire from the pool of people?
They did.
Okay, I'll let you finish.
Why, did I get that wrong?
No, I don't. I was reading it yesterday, and I don't know if it said that they were going to hire back from the pool or offer them first, or just that they were opening up 4 editorial slots.
I thought it said they hired 4 out of the 28 back.
It's possible, but yeah. Keep going because I have some commentary for this.
Now, they said they're coming back to Sun-Times Media in general. They might not go back to the paper specifically, but they're going to be hired back to that media franchise. And they also are going to offer the other photographers out of the 28 that didn't come back a $2,000 pretty much one-time payout. So at least they get something out of it.
No, that's bullshit.
Yeah, I'd rather get something than nothing.
I would not take this job. If they came to me and said, hey, we're going to hire you as one of the 4, no, I'm sorry, no. You screwed us, go down the list. And seriously, if they did that once, they're going to do it again.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I don't want your job. And it's 6 months or so later already.
Well, you would hope that they would have jobs.
You hope they found other jobs by this point.
Or shooting on their own or something. But some of them I feel like it's the older generation that's been in photojournalism for how long. It's kind of hard to get out of it.
But then they're going back to a job they were fired from, and then they're there with the mentality of, I could be fired at any day, and I'm just going to do my job. I don't want to do more. I don't want to do less. I'm just here to collect a paycheck because I have a family and I need to take care of them.
I just think of if I had a family and needed something.
Webcams.
Webcams, exactly. That's it, though. Photo news.
That's photo news, Steven?
Yeah, it was
Hey, by the way,
sweet.
your great theme song this week for photo news.
Thank you. I tried.
Have more still come in?
Well, because every freaking week we got something else that I got to do, and I don't get a chance to look.
What do you have to do, Steven?
Well, test out the Atomos for 4 hours the other night.
That was up to you. I know, we needed to do it.
That was not up to me. You said test it out, and you gave it to me.
Well, I asked you if you wanted to test it out. I'm delegating. You're the one who films and stuff, so I figured you'd be the best to do it.
Yeah, because we'd have to figure it out on the spot, and it already took us how long to set up today?
Today was a massive setup because we had a lot of stuff going on.
Hopefully it works, though. Hopefully the angle looks good. How do we look, guys?
Yeah,
Maybe it's a shitty GoPro, though.
There's the GoPro. There's the other one.
Yeah.
Did you reset your clock?
Yeah, we're still going.
All right, so now we're at the point, the holidays, Steven.
Yes.
The holiday list. We know that if anybody's ever gotten a gift given to them from a non-photographer, trying to buy a gift for a photographer, you can't do it.
It's not easy.
You can't do it because you don't know anything about lenses. You don't know anything about anything. And honestly, when I was selling in a store, when I was working at Allen's, I would encourage people to, if they didn't know what their husband had, I mean, it made it, or wife, it was so difficult. I'm like, just get a gift card for the store. Let them come in and make a decision for themselves because believe me, this is not an easy decision to make. You don't know what they need. You don't know what they want.
They might already have it.
Right, and I don't want to tell you to buy this, because then it puts the guy in the bad place or the girl in the bad place. And we don't want to be in a bad place.
Not at all.
But you brought in a bunch of stuff.
I did.
Did you put a list together?
I did.
Holy list. So Steven's job was to put together a list of what?
Well, I did mainly more like you said, like gift items from a non-photographer to a photographer. More like not stocking stuffers, but smaller gifts, not like huge gear purchases.
You're not risking life and limb to pick up.
Yeah, and there is a few that I put in there that are a little more expensive, but not too much.
Well, let's go down your list, Steven.
First up, this is what I really want personally, actually, and hopefully I'll get it one day. But
who's getting it for you?
Maybe my parents. I don't know. I still get stuff from my parents all the time.
Do you?
Yeah. I mean, for Christmas. That's it. It's not like I get money from them anytime.
It's hard to be a Jew on Christmas. That's your favorite thing from South Park.
Oh, yeah?
Dude, you haven't heard that one?
No, I have, but I
don't
recognize it in your voice. Lexar Professional Workflow, the HR1 hub, looks pretty cool. It's USB 3.0. You can do, I think, up to 4 CF cards at once, which is really interesting. You can put it on. Dude, it's good for me, for RAWtalk. We have 4 32 gig CF cards that were pretty much, I have to do. It takes like an hour, I would say, to import all the footage.
Does it?
Because we had the GoPro too and everything else.
And the funny thing is the GoPro is the largest file, more so than the D4.
It really is, and it's the most compressed file.
Yeah, I don't understand that either.
But yeah, this looks really cool. It's just another solution.
How much is that? Did you write down
it's
the price?
$79.95.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Oh, but it's the hub.
super cheap.
But how much is each card reader?
I think it's all comes in one.
Well, because it also has XQD card reader that you could get for it.
Yeah, I think, but the CF carded one I was talking about.
All right.
I'm pretty sure it all comes together in one thing, so it's just a nice little alternative.
Right, that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not a bad gift for $80.
Because the regular SD and CF card readers are already like $30-40.
Sure.
Might as well spend and get the whole hub. We also have a, this is pretty cool. Actually, I own one. So I'm going to get it. It's the film canister tissue holder.
Oh!
100.
That's what it is?
Yeah. Now, they say it's a paper towel box. You obviously can't fit
What the hell's a paper
towels
towel?
in
That's
here.
a paper towel.
Yeah, paper towels like this big. So this is basically, you could put either tissues.
Oh my God, Steven.
Yeah, or you could do toilet paper too, but I tried,
No.
and it doesn't come out here
Where
very
did you
well.
get this?
I bought it online. It was $17. I forget what website, but you guys can Google it. You
I
can
see
figure it
it?
out. It's a pretty cool little keepsake.
Oh my God. Oh my God, it says CN16 and C41 processing.
It says everything.
This is a Kodak. It's Kodak 100.
Yeah.
Don't put in the toilet, it says.
Is that what it says?
Well, recyclable or edible.
But what I do is I take the top out and I get the little square tissues boxes and I take all them out and put them in there and then just take them out the top.
Can I get
that's
one?
What I do.
I want one of those.
Yeah, $17. So
I
that's
need
a little
one of those.
good gift for those photographers, especially for those film
Wow.
gurus. I'm going to put it right here for now because we have the... Nothing will throw off.
Yeah, nothing's going to throw off the main camera. How are we doing with time?
Time, we're still doing good. We're about 13 minutes in. I guess it's probably, you want to switch
I'll
it
reset.
or check it at least. So next up. This is something everyone's already pretty much seen, but it's just something nice and cheap for most photographers. Gorilla Pods. I love them. You can put pretty much anything on them, whether it's a GoPro or you resetting that, cool. GoPro, off-camera flash, maybe a smaller camera. I think this will actually hold 10 pounds. This is the regular Gorilla Pod. This will hold my DSLR. I'm not really sure about that, but anyway, I use it mainly for off-camera flash. But your photographer buddy, boyfriend, husband, girlfriend, whatever it may be, I think they'll like
daughter.
it.
The Gorilla Pods are a good option for people because somebody can use it. It's not expensive. Well, actually, some of them are pretty expensive. The one that I have for using the massive DSLR with, this
won't hold. I don't think this will hold a DSLR.
You could put your DSLR on it if you totally put it down
Yeah.
here, but it's not going to work too well this size. But this isn't very expensive. That's a cool little gift option.
And you can buy different ball heads and all that stuff too if you really want to. Next up, we have the lens mugs. I think everyone's already kind of knows what these are, but I got 2 different examples. For all those Nikon and Canon fanboys, I tried to help both you guys out. So we have the Nikon big guy, the 70-200 coffee mug or thermos or whatever. So this is pretty cool.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, actually, my ex bought this for me, and I'm a Canon guy, and she didn't realize it, and she bought the Nikon. So if you're buying it for your significant other, make sure you buy the right brand.
So you know what, Steven?
What?
I know somebody who has Nikon gear.
But I actually use that one the most.
And because it's the biggest one.
It's the biggest one. Now, Canon, I have a little 24-105 one. Now, keep in mind, it's not going to say the brand name really because I don't think legally they're allowed to. This says Caniam, Caniam. But it's still pretty cool. It's not too dishwasher friendly, but stainless steel. Nice. And this is a pretty good coffee mug in general. So, yeah, these are always options, really cheap.
Inexpensive.
Very inexpensive.
I love the tissue box.
Yeah, that's my favorite, too. Memory cards, I think that's always a good thing for people to get.
Well, that's hard for them to buy, though, sometimes. Because they could buy, like, they'll go to Best Buy or something, and they'll be like, hey, we've got this awesome no-name brand card that's so amazing. And they'll be like, yeah, no thank you.
That is true. That is true. Next up, we have lens bracelets. That's always a pretty good, nice little stocking stuffer or something. I got a couple on already, but we got your 50 millimeter. You can do Canon. You can do the red line for the L glass. You could get Nikon, I'm sure. Frono's photo ones, whatever it may be.
Yep.
But it's a little cool little keepsake for those photographer buddies.
It's the tchotchkes, man.
And they're like
it's the flare.
Super cheap. So. We also have. Oh man, I meant to bring this, but I didn't. Lens shot glasses.
I have them.
Oh, do you? Oh, perfect. All right. So lens shot glasses. These are really cool. Obviously, they're shot glasses they're like mini versions of the mugs. I have Canon too. I don't know if they make Nikon. At least I haven't seen Nikon. But yeah, these are what I have too. Okay, good. I meant to bring them. So little shot glasses. Again, same thing. 24-105 mini little mug. So you can have a whole little set of glasses and stuff.
I use them.
Yeah, they're perfect for partying.
It's a big shot.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of big shot,
this is like double shot almost.
It's a big shot. Yes, I've had Jameson with that before on my birthday, and holy Jesus, man.
That's got to be fun.
That was crazy.
DSLR coin banks. I personally don't own one, but I've wanted one I asked for it every year, and my parents have not gotten me one yet. Yeah, it's just a little piggy bank that looks like literally a DSLR. I know they do like a Canon knockoff one. I don't know I'm sure they do Nikon, but just keep in mind, guys, all this stuff. Don't ask me where to get it because just Google it. You can figure it out.
You can find it.
I don't even know.
We know that we don't.
It exists, but I don't really know.
Photo Jojo has everything.
Photo Jojo is the main website to check out for these cool little knickknacks and stuff. It's photojojo.com.
They have a lot of tchotchkes.
They do.
They've contacted me. They sent me these before.
Oh yeah.
But I don't work with them. They do commission based stuff, but I don't want.
I will say they're very expensive.
But don't they send you a dinosaur?
They do. They send you a little mini dinosaur with every order you get.
Dinosaur on board. I mean, it's that little stuff marketing-wise that everybody loves. They take pictures and they tweet it out that, it came with a dinosaur.
Yeah,
so cool.
I guess that's true. Let's see. We have the... Now, this isn't just because we're here, but the I Shoot Raw Black Rapid strap. I personally have one, which you actually gave me, and I couldn't do without it. If your buddy is in need of basically upgrading his strap, this is the way to go, whether it's this or the R7 or Sport or whatever it may be. These are really good, cheap alternatives, pretty much. Inexpensive.
Do you know what happened? I went and I shot with Maria the other day, and I put on the strap, and I'm like trying to get the strap to click into the wrong side because we reversed it.
Oh, yeah.
We still need to get that video.
Well, I haven't had time.
I know. I'm not saying Steven has like 8 videos in the can, which makes my life a hell of a lot easier. He's got to edit them, but we tried to shoot them early, or we try to shoot a bunch of videos in a day so that we can spread it out. I mean, that's what we do. But what do you have next?
Next up, little camera flash drives. You can get, I think this is actually from Photo Jojo, and basically you have a little DSLR and a lens, and to take it apart, you get a little flash drive. So it's kind of cool. It's a little keepsake and tchotchke for your photographer buddy. So these are a little more expensive. I think they're like $30 or something.
How big?
And it's only like a 4 gig thing, and it's USB 2.0, so it's not even 3.
I haven't even seen many 3.0 jump drives.
But these are little. They're rubber, and they're not the easiest to carry around, obviously, but something to keep in your bag or in your desk or whatever it may be. Or you can go the easier route, which I personally like, in getting a lacy little USB 3.0 key drive.
Wait
it's
a
stainless
second.
steel. What
is that the one from the DxO Optics people?
No. You have that one.
I have that one.
This one I bought myself. This is supposed to be like waterproof, and it's always on my keys, and I always need it. So it's just something good to have. It's a little more expensive, obviously, because it's 3.0. Let's see. Next up, we have, speaking of, I guess, memory and all that, we have hard drives. External hard drives. I mean, I personally like Lacy, again, the brand, but you can get whatever you want. These are a little more expensive.
Well, the Lacy has the rugged. I know a bunch of people have switched over to the... Which ones did I switch to?
GeForce?
The G drives.
G Technology or whatever it's called?
Yeah, the G-Tech.
Yeah.
Oh man, they sent me the G-Tech. I have two of they're 2 terabyte RAIDs, and what I love about it has a fan built in. It has its power supply. It's FireWire or USB 2.0.
They're a little more inexpensive, I think, right?
They're expensive still.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, the G-Techs are still expensive.
Okay,
but they're solid as can be.
Yeah, and these come in FireWire, USB 3.0, 2.0, whatever.
Those you can never go wrong.
You can drop them. They're shockprooff.
You don't want to drop them.
I know, but I'm just saying that's what this little orange guy is pretty much. That's what's nice. It's something good to have for you when you're on location or something like that. Let's see what else we have. Old antique cameras. I meant to grab one of your F5s or something. But old cameras. Go to a thrift shop or something or whatever it may be.
Speaking of thrift shops, I got $20 in my pocket.
But yeah, get some old gear. I mean, I personally like collecting older stuff.
So you're talking about gifts you can get for photographers.
Yeah, I'm just trying to go for the less inexpensive
most of this stuff, except for the hard drives, are under $100.
Yeah.
And what else do you have? Let's speed it through.
All right, we have smart gloves, very easy. All your photographers obviously have either an iPhone or some kind of touch screen, and they're, if they're on a cold shoot, they probably have gloves on, and they want to use their phone, or maybe their Canon 70D with a touch screen. Smart gloves, they're great. They're like $5. You can buy them online. Yeah, I have like a couple of these because I lose them all the time. And yeah, all these tips, these great tips let you use a touch screen, so that's great. We also have... This is pretty cool. I got this a couple years ago. It's called Glow Graffiti. It's not like Pixel Stick, but it's similar. Yeah, Day Glow. Basically, it's literally a graffiti can, or one that looks like a graffiti can, and you can do light painting with it. So if you're a light painter,
it's not really spraying anything.
It's not really spraying anything. It's literally doing an LED light.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And you can basically, do whatever you want and do a light paint with it. And it even comes with these little cutout cards, which is pretty cool. So you can, put them up somewhere and spray them or whatever it may be. Gives you instructions, all kinds of stuff.
That's pretty unique.
And it's pretty cheap too. I got it a couple years ago, but yeah, it's called Glow Graffiti by Suck UK, SUCK UK. So yeah. This is it that I could think of off the top of my head last night. So,
all right, clear the table, Stephen.
Oh God,
sorry. Well, we got to get ready for the next segment.
That's true.
This really nice job, Stephen. When I asked you to do it, I can't believe you have so many photo tchotchkes.
I do. Yeah,
you have a lot more than me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have more, but I just couldn't think of it.
These are a lot of good ideas for people out there. I mean, even you guys as photographers know you can't always buy something for somebody. Like I bought Steven the 1.2 after buying him a 16-35 that he already had. For some reason, I didn't know that he had it. So these tchotchkes you can't go wrong with. The Black Rapid strap, the I Shoot RAW version of it, good option. A lot of these things are just simple, inexpensive, and funny. I like funny gifts personally.
Yeah.
I don't want somebody to just buy me like the TV, the computer. I don't want stuff like that.
And it's stuff I use too, like the tissue box,
useful things,
the shot glasses, the lens mug. I use that every day for coffee.
Yeah, I like personal items.
Yeah,
I like stuff like that.
Me too.
So, how much time is there? We should reset the clocks.
We're about 10 minutes.
Why don't we reset cameras?
Okay.
Do you want to both reset it?
Not really.
All right.
I got it.
Go ahead. You reset the cameras. I'm going to set up the next segment. I'm going to talk about it while Steven's walking around. I don't want to say what it is because I want Steven to be yelling at the same time. That's good?
Yeah, that one's good.
All right. So I'm gonna take up time here as Steven walks around the room to reset the cameras. Oh, remember, we only have one of those ninja drives going right now. Will we get to 3? Probably not. I'd rather invest in the full setup for the live switcher, which means I have to invest in another person, but we'll see what happens.
Yes.
So what time is it, Steven?
It's
time for the Wheel of Fro! That's right. So I'm going to get that to set up.
Sounds good.
Steven, I don't know what you can talk about.
Entertain the people.
Yeah, entertain the people.
Well, hopefully you guys like the stuff I got, I brought in. And again, I probably have more stuff. Hopefully, maybe around Christmas time, we might do another holiday special or something.
You know what, Steven? Before we get into that, do you have a favorite holiday song?
No.
You don't know any Christmas songs that you like?
Not off the top of my head that I can say, like, I love it.
Oh, holy night, my stars are brightly shining. This is the time of my sweet. Actually, I love Hallelujah. One of the greatest songs ever.
That's true. That is
Leonard
true.
Bernstein and Hallelujah. I'm not going to sing it.
I love Jeff Buckley's version.
Well, yeah, Jeff Buckley's version is like one of the best
Yeah.
ever of that song.
It's so good.
But Christmas songs, I don't really. My piano plays some Christmas songs. You can get a Mary Perry Christmas, Christina Perry's album.
Oh yeah,
yeah, she did that last year. Because do you know why musicians make? You should probably know this. Why they make Christmas albums?
Why?
Do you don't know why?
Mm-mm.
Because nobody owns the songs.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, that's true.
So then there's no rights behind it. All they need to do is write 1 or 2 originals and then put 6 or 7 religious, awesome, singing songs. Rocking around the Christmas tree, have a happy holiday.
Well, do they not own it anymore because they're dead? And
no, because it may have been too long, or just religious songs aren't owned. What's the church going to then try to sue you for them?
Yeah, I guess that's
right?
true.
Some of that stuff is just eminent domain.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
All right. It's time. Let me set this up.
All right. Sounds good. So we got the wheel throw again, but this time we have a complete this week. And hopefully if we're using the D800 angle, then there won't be You want me to check if there's...
Yeah, you check it.
All right.
I'll talk about it. What we want to do for the people watch... Oh, I got to turn it more to my hand. Yep. I know that.
Keep going.
How's it look?
A little more.
Is that better?
A little more.
How about that? All right, so if you're... Is the top thing in there?
Yep.
All right, good. We've taken some time to set this up because we don't want the glare, and we're going to cut... Anyway, this is the Wheel of Fro. As I said, last time we showed it, it was empty. And now I've put prizes on it. None of these companies know that they're giving me prizes yet. I just did it. So they're going to have to do it. So I picked, we've got Squarespace on the wheel. We've got Adorama picks on the wheel. So somebody who gets the, if it lands on the Adorama picks, they are going to get a, I think it's like maybe $150 credit to get a photo book. Or maybe we'll just give them a free photo book to get. I can't even see Steven. I can't even see Steven. He's not even there. But yeah, so Adorama picks is doing that. They're going to give a free photo book. We've got Rode microphones on here. We got Think Tank Photo. We've got Squarespace again. Rode microphones. We've got Fronos Photo beginner guides. We got Fronos Photo beginner flash guides, and we've got one with both flash guides, which I got that idea later. And then we have a question mark. Ooh. We're still trying to figure out. I want some Whoppers on here. For anybody that's who knows what Monty Hall and Let's Make a Deal, I wanted some Whoppers, but we don't have them yet. Maybe the question mark means that the person that's playing can pick anything off the wheel for that week. That would be a good idea. It's like roulette. Yeah, so I think we'll do that for this week, the question mark, because there is somebody who can play, and you guys can at Fronos Photo on Twitter and hashtag Wheel of Fro. And say something funny, like you want to play. That's how I picked this week's guy. You could also do it on Facebook. What, Steven?
No, I'm just...
I know, it's just like I can't even see Steven because of the wheel.
Anything.
But this is it. We're going to try to get companies to give stuff away, and... that's the cool part about it. So I picked somebody, Steven. That's why I left earlier. Okay. I forgot to grab the guy's name. It is the first contestant for the Wheel of Fro is Troy Heckler. Come on down.
Come on down, buddy.
You are the next contestant on the Wheel of Fro, and you are playing for one of these fantastic prizes today.
Tell them what they're going to win.
What you could win, we've already told you. You've got your year of Squarespace, which they don't know that they're giving me yet. We got to see where it lands, and then we'll do this. So I'm going to spin the wheel, Steven. Make sure your microphone isn't going to touch.
No, you're good.
All right, I'm going to spin this. Where it stops is what we're going to do, and that's what the guy's going to get.
Put the mic on it.
I just want to get a good spin. I didn't like that spin. There we go. There we go. And it's spinning it just past the Fro Road, Squarespace, and it stops on a Think Tank bag!
Oh my God!
Congratulations!
Woo!
Think Tank doesn't know they're giving us that yet. Isn't that like the 4th time it's landed on a Think Tank bag?
Yeah, because we were testing it out today.
Anyway, so we don't know what you're getting, but I'm going to tell them that they're going to send you something. All right, Steven, you want to remove the Wheel of Fro?
Sure.
Please? So while Steven removes, I want to thank Squarespace. I want to thank Think Tank. I want to thank Rode. I want to thank Adorama Picks. I want to thank myself for doing the prizes for this week. So if you want to be a part of Wheel of Fro, go ahead and tweet at Fronos Photo, or it's like, hey, at Fronos Photo, hashtag Wheel of Fro. I want to be on. What he wrote up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, BA, select, start, Wheel of Fro. I like that.
You didn't put out the one menu guide yet, right?
No, the 70D one yet?
Because you actually said that in the video.
Up, down, left, right.
Oh,
I said it before.
You have.
You know what it is, right?
Yeah, just like PlayStation stuff or whatever.
No, Steven.
What is it? What did I miss now?
Up, down, left, right, BA, and select start was for 2 players to get you 30 lives in...
I wasn't a video game guy,
Contra.
So. Contra?
Do you not know what Contra is?
No.
Steven, the NES had a game called Contra. One guy had blue pants, one guy had red pants. They both didn't have shirts on. It's kind of like Rambo, but they're in the jungle and stuff. So they drop out of the sky, and then they start running, and then there's these things that they shoot guns at them. It's like it's not a first-person shooter. It's because it's all going side by side. It's awesome. You can get lasers. You can get a gun that shoots like 3 bullets each way. Greatest game ever. At the end, you have to beat the brain. Oh my God, it's so good. There's that laser. Don't, if you hit up, you're going to hit the laser. Everybody out there that knows Contra is sitting there going, yes, I love that game. You're too young for that. Because did you even own an NES?
Yes, I did. Or my brothers did, I should say.
All right. Well, oh my God, that was such an awesome game. Anyway, Troy, congratulations. You are the first winner on the Wheel of Fro. I will be contacting you, and you will be actually tweet me your email address when you watch this, and if not, hopefully I'll get in touch with you. Yeah, hopefully you watch it. But I think what we'll do is we'll put up the Wheel of Fro separate as well.
Okay,
as a video.
That's cool.
Because why not? So that's it, guys. That's Wheel of Fro. Now we're gonna do some quickly flying solo stuff. How far in are we?
I don't know yet. I can tell you in a minute.
Well, so flying solo, I put out questions. It was mostly geared towards the holidays, holiday-related questions, gear, stuff like that, because why not? So here we go. Dan Yule, what do you have planned for the holidays? Jared, I talked about that slightly. I am going to my brother's house. It's going to be me, my dad, my brother, his wife, Helene. I don't know if anybody else is coming over this year. I'm not sure just about yet, but everything look good, Steven? Yep. How far? All right, good. So I'm going there. Steven talked about where he was going earlier, but it's just hanging out with the family.
Yeah.
We've got Gene Pennington. Gene's been a reader for a long time. I've actually done some critiques of his stuff. He's really, really done well. So he says, if I'm looking for a new camera body with good low-light performance for the holidays, and I have a budget of up to $3,500, Nikon DF for $27.99, which I believe it's $27.49, or refurbished D3S for $34.99. Isn't that interesting right there?
That is. Is he playing D3S does do video or doesn't?
It only does 5 minutes of video.
Really?
But the DF doesn't do video.
Yeah.
Gene, this is tough. Or I could just tell you to spend $2,000 and buy a D610. That's going to have very good low light capability. Maybe on par. I don't know if it's on par with the D3S because it's 24 megapixel versus 12. I loved my D3S.
You did.
I loved it to death.
I know.
Not that I don't love my D4. It's just I loved my D3S. I shot more with it. I mean.
And the DF has a D4 sensor.
The DF has a D4 sensor, but then it has a less battery. It has more of those manual switches. It's not meant for you shooting those concerts that you normally are going to shoot. It's a tough choice.
I think I would personally do what you said, the D610 route, but if I had to do of those two, it would be the D3S.
Yeah, if I had to do it, I'd do a D3S, but I'd say D610 and pick up the better glass for that extra $1,500 because I don't know your glass situation right now.
Definitely makes more sense, especially if he's coming from a crop body to begin with.
Yep.
D610.
Yeah, I think the 610. I think the 610 is a fantastic option all around. We know it's not going to have those oil spots because, God forbid, they got that wrong twice in a row.
Yeah, or get a D800 if you're spending $3,500.
I wouldn't buy the D800. I know
you hate it,
but for shooting concerts, it's not the right camera.
Yeah, but he's not probably shooting concerts. How do you know?
Because I've critiqued his work. He tours with some bands now.
Yeah,
but I still think the 610 is better than the D800.
Really?
I don't, less megapixels. If the D800 was 24 megapixels, full frame, it would have better high ISO capability. It would be much better. You know, when Steve showed it to me, remember Steve?
Yeah, Nikon guy.
The Nikon guy. He showed it to me and he was like, this is wonderful. I love the 36 megapixels. It's great. It's great. You know, they were doing their cell. It's great for video. We use it for video because it's a great camera for that. I mean, yes, it's a good studio camera. I just know too many people who had issues with focus, and I didn't like the high ISO capability. That's just me. Yeah, people love that camera. They can love it all they want. I just don't want 36 megapixels. That's way too big of a file every single time.
I agree.
Anyway, D610. Mike Berg, if VR is on, can I drink more eggnog? Actually, yes, because if you're a little weebly wobbly, you can then go ahead and put VR on to help you with that. It's going to stabilize your drunkenness. Now, I've only shot once buzzed. Once.
I've shot numerous times.
I shot. What happened is I was shooting Illinois. I've shot them many times before, and I drank some straight up Jack Daniels with them before the show, and then I was standing there shooting, and I'm like, this is harder.
A picture of this thing right here.
It was much harder. I don't do that. I don't do that. So yeah, Junior Wyatt. When it comes to holidays and the family, do you take your camera along or do you leave it at home and just enjoy the family time without it? And by the way, your gift of helping the Fro Nation is one of the best gifts you can ever ask for. So thank you. Thank you for watching, Junior.
He sounds
I have an answer to this.
I do too, and I'll do when you're done.
Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
I have a story to tell.
So I'll go first.
Okay.
I think that it's our job. if you're not going to do it, who's going to do it? You know, somebody has to capture this stuff. It doesn't mean that you should. My cousin, she just asked me if I would shoot their son's bar mitzvah. I'm like, no. That you're a family. I don't want. I'm there to attend. I'm not there to work. I'm there to have fun. You know, I will help you find somebody, but honestly, so if anybody's in Florida in the Bradenton area and it does bar mitzvah shoots, please let me know. Jared at Frono's Photo. If you have a nice portfolio, I'm going to vet you people. If you send me a message and you want to do a bar mitzvah in, is it 2014? I think it's August in 2014. If you're in Bradenton, you're in Florida, you're in the Tampa area. Anyway, back to this. I think you take your camera, you take the one family shot, you take the candids of the kids. They make great gifts to give the cousins and the family and the grandparents. They'll love it. They'll love you for it. I don't get all snobby about that. I don't take my camera everywhere, but if I don't do it, then, you know, Uncle Joe Schmo is going to take some crappy pictures and you're never going to have great memories. So I think take it with you, take some pictures, have fun with the family, get that one big group shot so everybody's happy with it. And again, marketing-wise, they put it up. All the family members put it on their Facebook. Yeah, they're going to say, oh, this is a great photo. Oh, you have a family member who does photos. Maybe they'll shoot for free.
That's true.
Get it to give me a discount.
But similar to what you said, like you don't basically shoot other family members' photos or whatever. I only do if it's like direct family, like my sister, my brother, something like that. Like I've shot like my brother's wedding, stuff like that. But moving on to the story, every Thanksgiving I go to, I think since probably when I started shooting a couple of years back, like 6-7 years ago, when I brought my camera the first time, I mistakenly brought it. They're like, oh, you have your camera on you? Can we take pictures? And it was like literally became like an assembly line of like pictures, like next. And then every year I go now, they always ask me to do it. And then I just don't bring it anymore because I end up working almost than just enjoying it and having the one time, you know, the one holiday off. So
I still think it's okay you do a group shot. You just put your foot down like, look, I'm here to enjoy. But you know what? There's that new baby, the little kids running around. You get some cool shots of them. You do it candidly. You do your own stuff. You put a group, you know, you're not there to do a picture studio. Yeah. You're not there to set that stuff up.
Yeah, they thought I was.
Nope.
And then now they expect it every year, and I just tell them,
the problem.
Oh, I forgot it at home.
And that's why I put my foot down. Like, no, I'm here to attend. I'm not here to work.
Well, that's why I just don't bring it.
I just want to dance.
Yeah.
Phil Thompson. I need an affordable solution for my backups. Drobo is out of my league. Any suggestions on a more affordable way to back up my photos? There's options. I mean, you're not going to spend less than $400 at this point to get something. I mean, the least expensive option you will find is something like a what are they? Like a Western Digital dual drive, you know, with 2 drives in it that do RAID or that will write the same thing from one to the next, or you just go buy multiple 3 terabyte hard drives and get software like what is it, ChronoSync? Is it ChronoSync?
I just use the software that comes with the drive.
Right, and they allow you to copy and verify everything from one drive to the next. Now, that's an okay backup solution. You still need a third solution or fourth solution offsite, which I still haven't done.
Yeah, I need to do it too.
Good?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there. It's just you got to figure out which one's best for you.
Tico Ooms, OOMS. What's the best and the worst camera-related holiday present you've ever received for you and Steven? Can you think of anything? I can't.
The best would definitely be the 51-2, right. But that's not really a holiday present.
Yeah, it was a holiday. I told you it was your holiday
gift. Birthday,
gift.
Holiday, everything.
And bonus.
51-2, that was my best. The worst, I don't think I ever really had a worst. Because I would always ask for something specific and I would get it.
Do you know what I got for Hanukkah as a kid once?
What?
And I was very upset. So as a kid, we would get 8 presents for 8 nights of Hanukkah.
8 crazy nights.
So what happened is all 8 would be wrapped, and we'd get to pick one a night.
That's how it always is, right?
Well, yeah, we get to pick the one. So the parents didn't give it to us, but we would pick. So I picked the one out of my pile, and I was so upset. It was an Ewok Village music box. I was like, what am I going to do with an Ewok Village music box? It's a music box. It's an Ewok Village. I don't know what I'm going to do with this thing. Little Jared. I'm going to want this music box. Can I open another present, please?
Tell Postman Fro to give me more stuff.
That's not Postman Fro. This is Baby Jared. This is Baby Jared. I wasn't happy. How are we doing on time?
I'm going to reset these.
All right, you reset them. But I got the Ewok Village. I was very upset because it was a music box. I didn't think it was the coolest thing in the world. But I can't think of a terrible gift I've gotten as a photographer. I don't know. I really don't. I don't think there was anything that was terrible. So I'm going to move on to the next question.org. All right. Oh, geez, I just crossed out the next question. Images by Lori. If someone said that for Christmas, you could have a ticket to anywhere in the world, so that you could photograph it, where would you want to go?
We've definitely had this question before.
Yeah, many times. I still want to go to Australia or New Zealand. Or Iceland or Greenland.
Oh, New Zealand, AZ?
Yeah, AZ, New Zealand, NZ.
I had Egypt, I think, or something like that. I'm a big history buff.
I love history, man. You should, if you love history, then Jerusalem is a place to go.
Or there, yeah, like that stuff blows my mind. Like History Channel, I could be on that for days.
When you go to the Wailing Wall and you see the Temple Mount and you see the mosque and you've got Jews, Christians, and Muslims all intermixing in Jerusalem. The history there. You go to Masada, Mount Masada. This is you could hike it. You have to start at like 5 in the morning before the sun comes up to hike up the mountain if you want. Or you could take the tram car, which is really quick. It's like a cable car thing, and then you walk down the back. The history, basically, I don't want to get into the story again, but the Romans were attacking. The only way they could get up to this thing was to build this ramp, because there was no way up the mountain. They couldn't get their fighting force up, so they used slaves, Jews that were slaves, and they built this ramp. It took them like 6 months or something to build this ramp all the way up to the top, and then they broke it down, and then whatever. So the Romans took over this, and they put Roman baths up there. But you can, when you're at the top and you're walking down the back, because it's easier to walk down the back, you see this ramp they built.
It's crazy. It still exists.
Well, yeah, and you see all of the cemeteries, like where they buried the dead that died during the making of it. It's just unbelievable. It's crazy. The history there in Israel is insane.
It really is.
.org. Stephen Miller. Jared and Stephen, is running a Christmas or holiday special a bad idea due to it may guide people to only buy shoots during that time of year, or are some of us forced to do it? Due to many photographers in my area running them already, I feel almost forced to run them to incentivize customers. Now, I don't completely undersell myself, but sometimes some sort of marketing tool this time of year is handy. What do you suggest? I don't have a problem with sales if they are realistic sales. Like, I'm not going to sit here and drop the Fronos Photo beginner guide to like $30.
Yeah.
Right? It sells for $67. And I think for Black Friday through Cyber Monday, I'm going to do the digital download, I believe, for $57. It's $10 off. That's still a great discount. But I don't want to devalue my product. I don't want to devalue the service. I don't want to devalue it, because then people are always going to think that they can get it for less if they just wait. So I've been very consistent with that price since day one. It's been $67. The way that you can get a discount on the flash guide or the beginner guide is if you buy the one, you get offered the second one at a discounted price right there for a one-time offer. But I don't have a problem with offering a deal during the holidays, but come up with something that, with a lot of deals, come up with things that don't cost you a lot more money.
Yeah.
Come up with things that over-deliver in value, but don't cost you a ton. Like, if you want to make 10 8x10 prints, they cost us $1 these days.
Yeah.
But to somebody getting 10 of them, they think that's the best thing in the world. So normally this is what I do. I'm going to throw in extra stuff. I'm not a big fan of taking stuff out. I'm not a big fan of cutting my price and just doing that to do it.
Just throw in more incentive.
Throw extra stuff in, like the Fronos Photo Black Rapid Strap for Black Friday through Cyber Monday. Instead of, I can't drop the price because we're mandated to keep a price at a certain point, but I can deliver 2 lens cloths as a bonus, as a thank you, as like a gift. They're $5 each if somebody wanted to buy it. So that's $10. So that's I'm okay with running it.
No, I agree with that.
Do it.
Yeah.
So he also had something else here about his mom. Also, in an answer to your question about my mom's dialysis, she has a super rare disease that basically turns her own immune system on her kidneys. Well, that sucks.
Oh, wow.
Only a few people in the world have been diagnosed with it. She has had several transplants. Okay. Because we were asking why, what happened? Why didn't she get a transplant? For anybody out there who didn't listen to last week's number 62, Stephen's mother has been on dialysis the longest of anybody ever.
What was it, 37 years or something?
Something like maybe 45.
I thought you
maybe
said
it's 37. I don't know. Oh, it was 37 because that reminds me of Kevin Smith and the movie 30 in Clerks. 37. Anybody who knows what I'm talking about knows how to finish
I've seen Clerks, but I don't remember that.
She has had several transplants, one from her brother and another from her sister. Neither have succeeded, and she is so disheartened by it, she won't accept any offer to take one of mine. Doctors rant on how ridiculously healthy I am. I intend to shoot some great holiday photos of her. Can't wait. And thanks again, man. You're the best. Appreciate the encouragement. Wow. That sucks.
Yeah.
Gone through 2. People have got... Now, I guess you can't get your kidney back after you donate it, and it doesn't take. I guess it probably kills it off.
Yeah, it's a good question.
You can't get it back because there's like, I don't know. I don't think you'd want your, maybe you don't want it back. Disease and
I don't know.
Infection. I don't know. We're not doctors.
I'm sure they keep it clean.
Yeah, but when the one body rejects it, it probably starts to kill it. And then you're not going to rush back into surgery to take it out. And then, I don't know, maybe you do take it out. I don't know. Neil Ritchie. I have a D50-200, a few lenses now, want to pick up a few extras, thinking a tripod, ball head, decent strap, and maybe a backpack. I like shooting land, cityscapes, and architecture. I have a budget of about $400. Any advice would be welcome. P.S. Wish Lil happy holidays from the Fro Nation.
That's nice.
So you mentioned a lot of stuff. You're not going to get a lens for $400 generally for what you're doing. You're not going to, okay. If you want a tripod first and foremost, you're going to, for $400 you can get a very solid tripod. Actually, for like under $300, the Vanguards are solid. The two, I believe it's like 263 AT or AB. One of the 263s are fantastic at 200 and some bucks. Really good option with a nice ball head and whatnot. That's good. Then you could add a Fronos photo strap if you wanted. That would work. But when it comes to a bag, you have all those different think tank bags. I don't really think they make an awesome backpack though. That's light. You really need something that's light for traveling because you like doing landscapes and cityscapes. You don't need to run into it too often. If you're a hiker, you could look at the Mindshift bags that Think Tank has put out, but those are expensive. Those are like $500. Low Pro makes something. You have a Low Pro backpack. I
like Low Pro backpacks a lot, but I haven't really got the smaller ones. I have a really giant 350 AW, I think it is.
So the options are out there. They have them. So I guess I hope I answered that question. Next.
Yeah, I mean that's a small budget for a lot that he wants.
But he could get 2 things off that list,
definitely,
or 3 depending on what he gets.
And you don't have to get the top notch. I mean, you can still get solid stuff for that price.
You can get a smaller bag.
Yeah, exactly.
Mike Panettieri, 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 Panettieri. I got it. 7D or wait until the 7D Mark II. Canon rumors.
Wait.
I mean, I always call this a wait. Even last year when they were talking about it, I think the 7D is so passé at this point, it's not even funny.
It is.
I would wait or just buy a 6D.
I would personally wait because it's rumored, I think, first quarter of 2014 to be announced or released, and it's supposed to be pretty rad. Like double everything.
Okay, well, we'll see.
I think dual Digic 5 processors, too.
Afri Lerner just wanted to say Happy Hanukkah from Israel. Happy Hanukkah to you. Toda Rabbah.
What's that?
Thank you very much. That's all I learned from telling the taxi drivers over there. Thank you. Toda Rabbah. Rob Timko Photography. Fro, we need your help on a Christmas present for ourselves. I shoot mainly beauty, nude, edgy, and sometimes porn. My wife is a major part of our business. I think Rob Timko would love... should I? I'm not going to say it.
No, don't say it.
You don't want me to say it? I'll message him privately. They could hashtag it. I want to know what they would say. I wonder how many people would hate it if it was real. I shouldn't do it. You don't want me to do it for my better being, right?
Yes.
All right. Okay, I'll start over. How much time's left?
We got 10 minutes.
All right, we'll try to wrap it up. Rob Timko Photography. Fro, we need your help on a Christmas present for ourselves. I shoot mainly beauty, nude, edgy, hyphen, and sometimes porn. My wife is a major part of our business. I hope she's not in the porn. Handling, or maybe she is, I don't know. Handling all booking, communications, invoicing, and also assisting on shoots with creative, lighting, and working with the models. So maybe
Working
she is with
the
models. Steven. Our question is, we've yet to take a good self-portrait to put on our website, social media, mainly because we don't care for the typical photographer selfies. Word of the year. Holding a camera to your eyes shots, which we've all done. We loved your older loft self-portrait. Do you have any unique ideas that can incorporate the both of us? Remember, we're photographers, not models, performers. Well, you know, if you're into this beauty and nude and edgy type stuff, get a studio. I mean, I did this with one of my original self-portraits where I laid out all these photos on the ground. A lot of the photos that I've taken, and it's just an awesome multi-dimensional image. For something like this, I would put you guys together in the studio, set up all of this stuff, whether it's nude people hanging around, if that's what you're going for, wearing fig leaves or whatever, then that's what they're going to do. But you don't have to be the main focus of it. Set up a camera on a remote, set up a whole scene so that the image takes on this massive look, and it's really cool, and it translates to what you do. You could have a boudoir person. You could have one of those people hanging from one of those spinning wheel ball things, you know. Find the performers, and then you guys with the lights on you right in the middle, so you have a light in different areas. That's just what comes to mind right off the top of my head.
I like that idea. I'm already like envisioning it. It's pretty cool. It's
with naked people and little people naked.
Just a big porn studio and people everywhere.
You know the Mana song?
Mana.
Na 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 na.
Mana.
Ba ba da ba.
Mana.
Ba da ba da 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 ba da da ba da da ba da 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 ba 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 da ba. No. Do you know where that came from?
I can't think of it on the top of my head.
Well, it's a Muppets thing.
Well, I remember the Muppets.
Jim Henson did it.
Was that the original one?
No, the original came from a porn.
That's what I mean.
In the 70s.
Yeah.
And he took it and then made it into a kid's show. Mana. All right. Ken Arnold II, would you ever... Do you want to reset the cameras?
No, we're good.
But I got a couple more and then I got to close off the show.
I mean, we're going to have just a bunch of split files that are only 10 minutes.
All right. Well, then how much time's left? Just check that camera for now. Would you... This is Ken Arnold II. Would you ever use... How much time's on it?
It's 8 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Let's do it because I'm going to go over. Just reset them all for now because we'll wrap it up. What was that noise?
Me walking?
Oh, it sounded like the lens, the shutter went down, the mirror. All right. Ken Arnold II, would you ever use a lens that you weren't using for a tree ornament? Yeah. If the tree can handle it. If the tree could hold it, yeah, I mean, that would be cool to make a lens ornament. I mean, there's businesses, man.
That would be cool.
Everybody, you know, a lot of people want to be self-employed these days. Heidi's making these. Heidi doesn't listen to this. I should probably let her listen to it or put it on in the basement when she's working.
Yeah, definitely.
I make it sound like she's hidden in the basement. But that's where the shipping department is at my dad's. Her husband, I went out to lunch with him to get sushi yesterday, and he was showing me these felt, like, mice she makes.
Felt mice?
Yeah, they're just cool, and they had like an umbrella and stuff. I'm going to talk to her about it. I need to know how much it cost her to make each one so she knows how much she could sell them for, and what other... Could she make like a hockey playing mice, a baseball playing mice? Because I have a friend, she makes robots. These little robots that now become cake toppers, and she sells them on Etsy, and she has a whole business. People are buying these things every single day.
People would go crazy for that.
Right. So if Heidi can make something like that, that's like a business she could do on the side. There's so many things. If you have creativeness, I mean, we know that Kilkenny Cat, Ryan, she does stuff. She does these paintings, and she makes a ton of ornaments of the Volkswagens and the kitty cats in them. It's just amazing what you can do today. So the ornament thing sent me off on these different ideas.
Or you can be like Photo Jojo, instead of putting a dinosaur in your packages, just put like a little felt mice.
Yeah, but these were actually like this big. It was like
that big.
4 or 5 inches.
Oh, you made it seem like it was like little tiny guys.
No, I need to see this. I need to see it in person. I need to see what she does and see if she's interested in turning it into some kind of business. Because I think people out there would be interested in this, like a mice with a Hawaiian shirt on.
People on
no
Etsy,
pants.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of Dinner for Schmucks.
Well, that's what it looks like.
Is that what it looks like?
That's what it looks like. I don't know where it came from, but that's what it looks like.
That's funny.
All right. Tony Davies. Have you or Steven ever taken jobs on big holidays? Thanksgiving should be one word, or Christmas, etc. Thanks. Have you ever had to shoot on a big holiday? New Year's. Also, fancy making a Christmas cover album podcast.
I'm trying to think. Photography. I've worked on those holidays, but at the radio station, but not. Not shooting. I
did a holiday party. I've done holiday parties, but most people don't do parties on Thanksgiving. Most people don't do parties on Christmas.
Yeah,
no,
no,
they do
I don't
Christmas
think I
parties,
I
but
have.
usually with the family. New Year's is a big one. Like, would you take a New Year's wedding?
Probably not. I don't know. I think I'd rather have my New Year's to myself.
I never have good New. I mean, I don't really
I
have
always
women
have a blast on
New
New
Year's.
Year's.
Do
New Year's
you?
Eve
Well,
specifically.
what are you doing this year?
I don't know yet, but we're gonna go nuts probably.
Who's we?
Oh wait, no, yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do. I was thinking I was gonna be in New Orleans for my brother's wedding, but that's the end of January.
Oh,
not the beginning.
Well, because I still haven't decided if I want to do a party here or not.
I'm sure we're gonna be doing something.
Who's we? Are you talking about me?
My friends.
Oh.
You can come.
All right, maybe. I don't know if I want to have a party here and deal with that.
Or I'll come here.
Or if we could. I just don't like rowdiness, and I've got stuff here that I don't want people to break.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to.
I don't want drunk people around the piano.
With a grand piano
I
sitting
don't want
there.
people like...
They're going to be like, look.
Yeah, don't touch my piano.
Yeah, you know they're
let
going
it play
to.
with itself.
Yeah.
You know, I'll let it play. And then if you're a good musician, then you can play it.
Yeah.
But I don't want no alcohol. I'd go get some safety cones from outside one night and just set it up.
The caution tape around
caution
it?
tape around. Do not touch. It's insured, by the way.
Is it?
I had a rider put on. It cost
Is it expensive?
No, $60 for the year to cover it.
Ah, it's not bad at all.
No, just in case.
Does that cover everything?
It covers everything.
Even your fault?
It covers everything. It's
That's
insured.
good.
I don't know what the deductible is, but it's on there. It's for the homeowners, so
Sure, yeah.
it's protected.
That's good.
Because you have to do that stuff. Oh,
Yeah.
and he says also fancy making a Christmas cover album podcast. So what I should do is get like a bunch of Christmas songs and just start singing them for podcasts.
Oh, God.
Name a Christmas song, Steven.
You already asked me this earlier.
I know, but have you thought of any?
Winter Wonderland. Walking around. Oh, no, that's Christmas
That's
tree.
rocking around the Christmas tree.
tree.
I already did that one. Oh, here's one that we used to hear when we used to drive to Florida for Christmas.
Jingle bells, there's everything.
Yeah. This is a Blue Christmas by Elvis.
Oh.
Blue. Ooh. We used to sit in the back seat of the car.
My mom loves that song.
We used to sit in the back of the station wagon for like 6 hours, and I would just sit there going, ooh, really annoying.
And my dad always be like,
Christmas without you. I have the woo down. Bing bong. Any other Christmas songs that anybody wants me to sing? You've got Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had a very shiny nose. All of the other reindeer always thought he blows. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you
guide my sleigh tonight?
Oh, I thought it was Come Home With Me Tonight. Is that the pedophilia version?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Your version that you're
My
singing
bad.
right now.
I see. We didn't have these. We didn't sing Christmas songs. Best Christmas
Obviously.
movie.
There's
There's a bunch of them.
That's
Top five.
Come
on.
Is Home Alone count as one?
Yeah, that Home Alone. I'll put that on the list.
Say Home Alone. A Christmas Stories classic.
Well, yeah, Christmas Story is like
That's
number one.
Number one, I would say.
Christmas Story.
There's also It's a Wonderful Life. That's kind of one I've always watched. From
Scrooged is good.
Is that who plays?
Scrooged. This one was with.
There's a ton of different ones.
It's from the 80s, and it's with what's his name from Caddyshack and Ghostbusters.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
And
yeah.
Ghostbusters. What's his name?
Is it Dan Aykroyd?
No, it's not Dan Aykroyd. It's and Lost in Translation and all of those movies.
Is that the
Bill Murray?
Bill Murray, Groundhog's Day.
Well, Groundhog's Day, but Bill Murray. You've got what other holiday? You've got National Lampoon's Christmas.
Classic.
Right? That's
I'm trying
funny.
to think. I'm trying to think of what I watched during the holidays.
Well,
I know
Elf is up there now.
Elf for sure.
And Santa Claus with Tim Allen.
That one was a pretty good one.
I love Santa Claus with Tim Allen. Santa Claus.
And what's the Arnold Schwarzenegger one? And Sinbad's in it.
Oh, Sinbad who disappeared. That is that's about that toy.
What's that called? Yeah,
It's like super.
it's like an Iron Man looking dude.
Oh, what was that called?
What was the movie called though?
I don't.
I'm not gonna remember it.
I don't remember. I don't remember that movie. But Christmas Story, Elf, Santa Claus, Home Alone. I said a Christmas story. The what's it
Scrooged?
called? One. Well, Scrooged was one, and that other one that we talked about with Bill Murray, Scrooged.
Oh yeah, we didn't figure out the name for that.
Oh, and then National Lampoon. It's called Scrooge and National Lampoon's
Oh, yeah.
Christmas Vacation.
Yeah,
that's just one of the
definitely
coolest
more I'm
movies
letting
ever.
out, but whatever.
So that's it. What do you guys think? Some Christmas movies we forgot and Christmas songs you'd like me to sing. Last 2 questions. Rued, R-U-E-D, Stokel, S-T-O with the line through it, K-E-L. I recently picked up a Wacom pen and tablet, touch tablet, and can only recommend it. It has made my job so much easier and faster. It's really nice for product and commercial. In general, it may seem a bit awkward at the start, but when you get used to it, it's awesome. So I guess that's a product recommendation. The Wacom tablet. I know that Richie uses one all the time. He loves it. I've never personally used one.
I've never used one either.
Last question. Doug Peters used 5D Mark II or Mark III or used 1DS Mark III. That's a no-brainer, in my opinion.
I would say 5D
Mark III blows both of them out of the water.
Sure.
See, I have people that talk about getting a used 5D Mark II, and I sit there and go, why? What are you going to spend?
So
$1,500 for that?
Point.
The focusing system's garbage. Yeah, it's going to do video, but the ISO capability 1600 is about it. Maybe a little more, but 5D Mark III is a killer camera.
Yeah, and the Mark II, I mean, if it was like $1,000, maybe a little cheaper.
I wouldn't even spend it for $1,000.
Yeah, I don't think I would do $1,000
I would almost
either.
buy a 70D.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. I mean, it's still nice for stills if you're shooting weddings or something. I don't know, but yeah.
It feels like this has been a long RAWtalk.
It has. I think it's over an hour and a half.
Oh, I was going for an hour,
You
Steven.
started bringing up the movies.
I always do weird stuff, Steven.
Let me check how long it is.
No, we're done. I'm finishing it.
All right.
We're done. We have answered all the questions. I want to wish everybody a happy holidays. Whatever holiday it is that you celebrate, say happy holidays to you if you celebrate this, that, or everything else. We'll figure out how many more shows we're doing before the end of the year. We got to see how time permits and where the holidays fall. Or the different... I don't know. We're doing it. We like doing it. We're good at this stuff. Holiday sale. Want to thank... Well, check out store.fronosphoto.com. You got the contest. Want to thank all the people who were on the Wheel of Fro wheel. Don't forget the hashtag out there and at @FronosPhoto with Wheel of Fro. And also on Facebook or wherever you want to do it. We will pick you. But you want to be one of the people who listens early. So if you're a subscriber, you're going to be the one who's going to get picked.
Yeah.
Because we want the people who listen to it right away. I mean, that's not true all the time. Not true all the time, but a lot of times you're the first to hear it. So if you do it in the first 24 hours, whether it's when you download the audio and listen to it, you have a good chance of being a part of that contest. If not, do it anyway. Maybe we'll pick you as a bonus spin. Maybe we'll get extra spins. But that's about it. I had fun, Steven. Happy holidays. Have a good Thanksgiving.
You as well.
And everybody out there, I hope you have a happy and healthy holidays. And we are going to end this RAWtalk episode number 63. Jared Polin, FronosPhoto.com. See ya.